ultimate success in music for a band solo artist, right? So I'm going to just let it sit there right now and let you guys answer, because I have some other thoughts, but I want you guys to have the floor to discuss that.
I would say it's different for every person.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's very true. It depends on what is successful to that person, how they view success. As far as, I remember when we were starting out, first time we got a song on the radio, that was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it can be your first time you hear yourself on the radio. It can be that first album or CD or stream that you get. It can be that check, you know? It can be like, man, we sold that. Hell, no one goes platinum anymore. But, it really depends. It all depends, because music sales is so different today. I think people have a more of a realistic outlook on things. You know, I don't think everyone is. To me, I don't think there's no money in music, to be honest with you. I think music can open doors for you, but
if you're looking to make money, don't go into music.
Don't go into music, man.
That's not what happens.
It's not what happens, because everybody's doing it.
That's like every creative field, right? I mean, it's just like if you're gonna follow something you're really passionate about, great. Yeah. But you don't need to expect money from it. Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. Love the journey, you know what I'm saying? Be passionate about what you're doing. If you're truly into it and you are if you're an artist, I mean, a lot of people get into, man, I'm going to rap because I want to get some bitches and I'm going to get it. I'm like, all right, dude, we'll see how long your ass lasts. It's funny, though. I just read this, Waka Flocka he just said the
Waka Flocka.
Hey, hold on now.
Waka Flocka.
All day, though. He just said the other day, I forgot what he was on, but it's so great. He basically was like, yo, I think he said back in 2011, 2012, he had like 30 million of rap. And he was like, and I was a whack-ass rapper. and whoever was interviewing, they was like, you think it's whack? He's like, come on, dog. He's like, I was whack as hell. He was like, my favorite artists like Nas, he started naming like the legends and stuff. He was like, I know what I was doing. He's like, don't put me in a booth with Kendrick, K-Dot and shit. He's like, nah. He was like, I know how far I can go. But then he was like, yo, I'm trying to be a billionaire, dude. He's like, I know what I made off music. He made his money. He bounced. He started doing other stuff. So he didn't take himself serious. Mm. I think if you're going to make your money in hip-hop, because I can't speak on, first of all, if you're not playing a real instrument, I mean, that's the ultimate. I wish my mom got me playing an instrument. When I got older, I was like too fucking cool, and I was like, I don't want to be that old dude trying to play. I want to be good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to be young, whack as hell. By the time I got older, I want to be bad as hell. So I ain't want to be bad as an old man and shit. So I was like, fuck it. But I wish I did have a chance to play an instrument, because that's something I always want. I love live music, and I love instruments. I listen to everything, rock, all that shit. But I thought it was really funny that he was so in tune with himself and so honest that he was like, yo, dude, I was whack, man. But I love that. I fucking love that. So if you honest and then you do music, if you honest in your music, you'll blow. If you got half the damn talent, but if you honest, someone is going to resonate with that. Yeah. And it's going to go, because all this fake shit, people are smart today. People see through that. Yeah. Billie Eilish just basically called out some artists. She was like, y'all ain't doing that shit. Y'all are not doing it. She said she heard somebody do a song, said they had an AK, and they was like, fucking. It's like, you are not banging nobody with an AK. Like, come on. If you are, then look out, girl, because somebody on the way. You know what I'm saying? You better get about it. Yeah.
And if you don't feel it as an artist, you can't expect other people to feel what you're doing.
Max, say that again, man. Say it again. Say that again.
If you don't feel what you're doing as an artist, you can't expect anyone in the audience to feel what you're doing as an artist. Yeah. So...
Well, the reason why I asked that question is because obviously there are people who play music but are not exactly in a band or in a group or like really they just play music because they enjoy music. It brings them some comfort and whatnot. Yep. But the reason why I asked is because if you're part of a band or if you're part of a group, is there there's I guess a stigma that we're in a band, we're gonna tour and do live shows and we're gonna try and sell albums and stuff. So I was curious from your perspective that was still the mantra of if you're an artist, do it for the art, or if there's any other stigmas about being in a band where like, but I guess it goes back to your point. You got to have somebody who's like, this is the vision, this is what we're trying to accomplish, and then you got to get the people by. Is that pretty much the gist of, would you agree with that statement, or is there any other differences in that?
That you need like the
like
a leader,
the stigma. No, like the stigma around what success of being in a band would be, and things of that, or making it to the upper echelon, selling out crowds and blah, blah, blah.
Coliseums,
right?
Yeah,
shit. You know what I mean?
I think that it's been a process. Like I'm 30 now, and like I think when I was 20, I was thinking about stuff like that, you know. And now I have a much more like realistic like idea of like what making it means. Like not having made it. Like, oh, I've gotten here and I'm done. Like I made it. I don't think that exists. I think it's more about like doing it and like making it in the present. Like if you are enjoying what you're doing, if it's sustainable for you, if people are liking it, like if you're getting good feedback, like that's all I could ask for.
I think it's like an evolution, you know. Over time, you grow with your music, and you know your artist, your audience grows, your depth grow. You get better songwriter. You get better at playing instruments. You get better at rapping. I mean, things just get better. So I think over time, you just grow, and your subject matter changes. And I think that's the thing. And one thing about, I say this all the time, it's amazing how rap music or hip hop music, you know, they consider it a young person's genre, you know. No other genre. I mean, no one has a an age cap.
Well, it's interesting because they like blues, you would consider like an older person genre almost, right? Because like I've gone through life and now I have all these blues kind of thing.
True.
But although hip hop has got its roots from like jazz and blues, which is interesting.
Yeah, and hip hop got its roots from, I mean, shit, pretty much everything, you know. And I think the more you have lived, I feel like the more you have things to talk about. Mm-hmm. You know, because I'm not gonna sit. I mean, all right. So if you got bars, it don't matter how old you are. I'm gonna check you out. You know. But if you got bars, you know, but you're a certain age and you saying some stuff, I'm kind of like, how do you know about that? You know, like I'm not about to listen to no 15-year-old kind of like tell me like, come on, man, whose story is that? You know what I'm saying? You didn't live that life. You don't even know about that. Mm-hmm. But when you get older, you get 30, 35. Now imagine a rapper that was, you know, in his early. Like, for instance, rest in peace, Prodigy of Mobb Deep. Prodigy at one point was one of the best rappers in the game. Okay, he started out at like 17 years old. So he passed away a couple years ago. Complication. There's a lot of stuff around people. But if he was still around, you know, he would be in his like mid-40s and stuff right now. He got a lot of shit to talk about. You know, he was dealing with sickle cell, just the lifestyle he came up in. I feel like people like that is like, man, but the young rappers or the young artists, they're like, I don't want to listen. They old. I don't want to listen to these old rappers. So I feel like the respect in hip hop and rap, I wish it was there. It's not the same respect for any other genre. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that I wish that was there.
Well, that's interesting. Max, do you find what Ron is saying holds any true to like the musical genres that you've been a part of? Because I believe you did some jazz stuff, you've done some other stuff. So
yeah.
you find that similar-esque or not so much?
I do think it's a little different with hip hop and rap. It's more about like very explicitly about like the personal experience, because a lot of it is like that's the content.
Hip hop came out from like the struggles of the ghetto.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Having a voice. So.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's like an exact correlation, but. Yeah, I just don't think there's an exact correlation.
Well, there you go. Well,
period.
Period. Put a cork in that.
Cork in that.